If Kenna didn't run fast enough, a child would die tonight. Each breath puffed a visible cloud from her mouth and into the cold air as she raced down the alley past shoveled mounds of crusty gray snow that had fallen a week ago. On the street at the end, lanes of Friday night traffic buzzed in both directions. People blew through the city with the oppressive force of a blizzard. She sprinted for the lone door that split the exterior wall, until a patrol car pulled into the alley. Kenna slammed her shoulder into the brick and crouched beside a pile of pallets and soggy cardboard boxes. The car eased by her. She squeezed her eyes shut and stilled as if frozen solid, encased in ice. He couldn't know she was here. Not yet. The second it passed her, she headed for the door. 1:30 to pick the padlock, and she was in. The building was an abandoned theater where the rubber soles of her boots pounded the floor with a dense reverberation. Kenna continued her race through the lobby. The air of her movement curled up old show posters as she flew past torn velvet chairs to a door-marked stairs. She twisted the handle, breathing hard, and flew inside the stairwell. Her clothing made no sound as she sprinted down the concrete steps. All the way down. Down. She stopped on the basement landing. The schematics she'd found online showed a boiler room and laundry room just beyond the door. Storage rooms. Basically a labyrinth of hallways and chambers. Plenty of space for a killer to do his work without being disturbed. She knew that all too well. Everything within her investigation of the killer and the kidnapping and murder of 2 little girls pointed her to this place. Tonight, the killer had a 3rd victim in his grasp, and Kenna wasn't going to let this life be extinguished the way the others had. She couldn't. This was what she'd been born to do. And yet, Kenna didn't move. Everything in her just stopped. She'd faced down a killer before, and it had all but destroyed her. Each time she confronted those heinous memories and fears, she wanted to be as far from it as possible. She stood in that basement stairwell, and the ice crept over her again. It always came over her the same way. First, the memories. Then she'd become almost paralyzed, not able to move or even breathe. After, the most frigid chill would swallow her whole until the hope of ever getting warm again seemed futile. One day, tomorrow or years from now, she would be found frozen to death somewhere. Whether that foreknowledge portended a peaceful end or a horrific one, she didn't yet know. Either way, the outcome would be the same. Time was going to run out, and Kenna would have to give an account for her life. What would they say about her? She'd faced her fears and done her best, or she'd let a sick man take everything away. Again.